Melissa Rose, and I'm a Blue Coat Scientist at Science North. Today, I have a super fun science demonstration to teach you all about living things. Today, we're going to be talking about the needs of living things. Let's get started. For the activity we will be doing, all you need is a milk or juice carton, a pair of scissors, and some imagination and creativity. There are many different additional materials you can use, some that aren't even on the list, that you can find around your house or in your yard. But please be careful not to destroy any habitats, so don't pull off bark or leaves from the trees, and don't rip up a big section of grass or of moss. Living things like animals, plants, insects, and humans all need certain things to be able to survive. But what are those things? It's air, food, water, and shelter. The air that we breathe is cleaned by the trees. The food that we eat comes from plants, like fruits and vegetables that grow off of trees and bushes or under the ground. And the meat that we eat comes from animals. The water that we drink comes from our lakes and our rivers. And our shelters, well, those are our houses, and they were built with different materials from our environment. Humans need all of these things from our environment, but animals and plants do too. Many different living things need air and water and food. But do animals like bears, bees, spiders, and birds have houses? They do. They just don't look like our houses. Bears like to make their dens or their houses under a rock or a fallen tree or brush pile. Bees like to make a hive or a nest. That's their home. Spiders have so many different homes. Some spiders can live under the water. Some use their webs to line their burrows, so holes in the ground, to make them strong. And some use their webs to make a silk nest in the tree branches. And birds can find a thick hedge, branches on trees, tree cavities, so holes in trees, and they can make a nest. All of these animals need shelter, but they all need slightly different things from their shelter. Today, for our activity, we will be making a shelter. Let's take a minute to get our materials. The first step is to get the main part of your shelter, the milk or juice carton. Next, what we are going to do is cut out a section of the milk or juice carton near the top. Please ask someone for help with this step. You can hurt yourself with scissors, please be careful. This hole is going to act as the door to the house. But also, this hole will allow air to flow through the shelter, which is one of the other needs of living things. Now, we are going to add materials to the shelter that we think the animals or living things will need. Different animals need different materials for their shelter, and it is your choice which type of animal you want to attract. If you would like to make a birdhouse, you can put some bird seed, granola, or oats in the bottom of your shelter to provide food for the birds, or you can make a bird feeder and place it nearby. Now, if you'd like, you can paint and decorate your bird feeder with sticks and twigs and other things you find in the environment to help it blend in. I used bark that I found on the ground to decorate my bird feeder. But please do not take any bark off of the trees. Only use the materials you can find on the ground. Please and thank you. If you would like to make a house for squirrels or chipmunks, all you have to do from here is add some acorns, tree buds, berries, leaves, twigs, or nuts inside of this house. If you would like to make a bug hotel, you can place straws cut into shorter pieces and place them inside of a toilet paper roll. Put in some little rocks, some leaves, some pine cones, I didn't have any pine cones, so I used these that I found on the ground, and some twigs or sticks into your house. Now that our shelters have a hole for air and some materials for food, we have almost everything living things need. But what are we missing? We're missing water. If you want to give your living things a source of water, you can cut up a little juice box and stick it to the side of your shelter. Now, just like how bears like to be in their dens under rocks or under trees, and how birds and bees like to be up in trees, where you place your shelter will determine what types of animals and living things you're going to attract. If you made a shelter for birds or for the squirrels, you may want to place it up in a tree. And if you made a house or a bug hotel, a house for insects, you may want to place it a little closer to the ground. Thank you so much for joining me for Science at Home. I had a great time teaching you all about living things and what they need. Have a great day!